When Chief Adeyemi Kade built his empire, people said he did it with 2 hands and no mercy. From a single transport truck in the heat of Lagos, he grew Kade Holdings into a billion-naira empire: oil logistics, real estate, tech investments, even stakes in banks. By 68, his name carried more weight than gold. And he had 2 sons. Zion Kade, the firstborn, calm, disciplined, strategic. The board loved him. Investors trusted him. He spoke like a man already sitting in his father's chair. Then there was Femi Kade, the younger, charismatic, generous, unpredictable. He funded orphanages quietly. He spent nights in tech labs building ideas no one understood. The staff adored him, but the board doubted him. For years, their rivalry was silent but sharp. When Chief Kade fell ill, the city held its breath. On a rainy Thursday evening, the entire Kade family gathered in the glass-walled penthouse overlooking Victoria Island. Lawyers, board members, extended relatives. Chief Kade, pale but sharp-eyed, sat upright. "I will not divide my empire," he said slowly. "It will go to one son." The room froze. He looked at both of them. "In 3 months I will decide." And just like that, the competition began. Zion moved like a chess master. He secured new contracts. He restructured debt. He eliminated inefficiencies. Profits surged. Investors began whispering, "It's obvious." Even Chief Kade's longtime lawyer, Barrister Okon, nodded approvingly during meetings. Meanwhile, Femi seemed distracted. He missed a board meeting. He transferred large sums to an unnamed account. He disappeared for days. Rumors started spreading. And then it exploded. A 20-year-old university student named Amara went public. She claimed Femi had impregnated her. The blogs went wild. News channels debated morality. Share prices dipped. Femi refused interviews. Zion, on the other hand, handled the PR crisis professionally. He stood before cameras. "Our family does not condone irresponsible behavior." The company remained stable. He didn't defend his brother. He didn't deny it either. Inside he smiled. It was over. Or so he thought. Chief Kade called Femi into his private study. "Is it true?" he asked. Femi didn't hesitate. "Yes." No excuses. No arguments. Chief Kade closed his eyes. "For months, I believed you were growing into something greater," he said quietly. "But recklessness destroys dynasties." That same week, Femi was removed from executive decision-making. Zion unofficially began acting as CEO. He walked through the headquarters like a crowned king. The board applauded his stability. The media praised his maturity. The empire was his. 2 months later, Chief Adeyemi Kade passed away peacefully in his sleep. The funeral was massive: politicians, billionaires, clergy. But everyone was waiting for one thing: the will. In a dark oak-paneled room, Barrister Okon opened the envelope. The air felt heavy. "I, Adeyemi Kade, being of sound mind." The assets were listed: properties, shares, cash holdings. Then came the final line: "My entire controlling interest in Kade Holdings shall go to." Zion leaned forward. "Femi Kade." The room erupted. "What?" Zion stood up. Barrister Okon raised a hand. "There is an addendum." He pulled out a second document. 3 months ago, Chief Kade hired a private investigator. Zion's confidence cracked for the first time. The lawyer continued. "The pregnancy scandal was real. However, the timeline of exposure was not." Projector turned on. Emails flashed on screen. Bank transfers. Anonymous payments to bloggers. Contracts signed with PR agents. All traced to Zion. Gasps filled the room. "You orchestrated the public leak," Barrister Okon said calmly. "You paid for the story to go viral. You believed scandal would disqualify your brother." Zion's face drained of color. "That's a lie. It is verified." Silence swallowed the room. Then came the final twist. Barrister Okon looked at Femi. Chief Kade was aware of the pregnancy long before the scandal broke. The room turned again. He had already met the young woman. He had already set up a trust fund for her and the child. Femi's head snapped up. He what? Yes, the lawyer said. Your father told me he made mistakes in his youth. He respected you for taking responsibility immediately. What disappointed him was not the pregnancy, but the betrayal. The betrayal was Zion's. Chief Kade had suspected manipulation the moment the blogs broke with unusual coordination. So he tested them. He watched. And Zion kept pushing, pressuring board members, planting stories, framing it as concern. He chose Femi, the lawyer concluded, because he wanted a leader who protects family, even when imperfect, not one who destroys it to win. Zion tried to speak, but security had already been informed. Chief Kade had anticipated resistance. One more document was revealed. Additionally, due to unethical interference with company reputation and evidence of attempted market manipulation, Zion Kade is permanently barred from holding executive position within Kade Holdings. The board members avoided his eyes. The empire he thought he had secured was gone, not because he was incompetent, but because he wasn't loyal. As everyone stood in stunned silence, Femi finally spoke. I don't want him removed. All heads turned. He's still my brother. Zion looked up confused. Femi continued. Father built an empire of business. I want to build one of legacy. He turned to the board. I accept the will, but Zion will remain on advisory level, without controlling power, under supervision. Why? Because in that moment, Femi understood something his father had known all along. Power isn't proven by perfection. It's proven by mercy. And that was the real test. Months later, Kade Holdings didn't collapse. It grew. Femi implemented ethical reforms. He publicly acknowledged his child. He married Amara quietly. Zion stayed but under watch. Every day he walked past the CEO's office that should have been his. And every day he remembered. He didn't lose because of his brother's scandal. He lost because he created one. In the end, the empire wasn't inherited by the son without sin. It was inherited by the son without betrayal. If you like more stories like this, or you have your personal story to share with the audience, kindly subscribe and turn on your notifications. You can also send us a DM for advertisement or share a personal story. Thank you for being here. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one.